Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. Welcome to this week update. Last week, the prediction quite failed, and we had to acknowledge that the prediction failed. And I have to also quickly take a look at the market and not get emotional about it. The mistake you can do is to get emotional when things are not working. So if you hope that trade is going to do something and it's not going to do it, then you get emotional. So but we have to distance ourselves as much as possible from emotion and get professional about it, to look at the structure, to look at the wave, to look at what we have missed and what we are getting wrong, and to take a look at the chart and to see what the price is trying to tell us. And that is the most important thing. Otherwise, fear, anxiety, hope, these are emotions that we cannot try to entertain and demonstrate. We have to stay, glued to the structure and the wave pattern. I haven't said that again. You cannot retaliate on the market, because if the market is not doing as expected and you lost money and you want to make it back by all cost, it's not going to work as well. So what is most important is to detail yourself, look at the chart, and so that you don't even miss opportunity. You have to recognize opportunity. So our ability to recognize opportunity and to see when something is changing, it's very, very important. It's a true mark of, a professional trader. Now, based on our experience, those on my hub have come up with, tactics on how to, reduce loss if there's going to be, and to maximize profits. That's what I will be aiming to do this week on my private hub. Now, back to the chart. This is DXY 1 hour chart, daily time frame. Now, I still hold the view that even though the price seems to be turning to the upside, I still believe that we still have some liquidity down here. Based on what, let's look at it on the weekly time frame. With the weekly time frame, is still telling me there are liquidity down here. So when we are going to grab that liquidity is what we don't know. On the monthly time frame, what do we have? On the monthly time frame, what do we have? So the monthly time frame, of course, is still showing that, okay, maybe it's bearish, but again, we have to be careful when we are finishing the ending structures like this as a 2, 3, 4, 5. This 51 is, have we finished it here? Are we going up? That is what the questions we're trying to answer. And the last wave of it seems uncompleted. But at the same time, we have to take what we are seeing. So on the daily, back to the daily time frame, what now do we expect? So what I see here right now is that the price is trying to correct this old wave, not this one now. It's trying to correct this old wave. Will this be an ABC, a 1, 2, 3, to finish the old and to give us a bigger correction? So not until we break this structure here. So once we break this structure here, then we are looking for a bigger correction to the upside before we fall. But for now, what can we see here? Now, this has turned out to be an A wave and a B wave, and we are going for a C. Most of the challenge that we face as a trader, retail trader, is even though the direction will always be correct. The timing is always an issue. The timing is always an issue. We have missed timing here and timing here. So we have to look at what the price is doing. Now, the fact that this had broken the top here right now, it's not the time to say you want to go up and be buying these. So that experience that will tell you. So what we expect is if these had gone up, we need at least an ABC correction to the downside. Now, that's what we expect. An ABC correction to the downside before we go up again. So if we go up again, so we'll now look at these, and the ABC of here to know where this one is going to, at least an 100% extent to the upside. So if we scale down to the 4-hour time frame, on the 4-hour time frame, now let's see. So we have this completed as an A. It's still corrective. It's still corrective to me. Not until this extension to the upside is pushing beyond 168 that I will now say, oh, it's now impulsive. So far we have an A wave, we have a B wave, you may call it a WX or anything. But for now, within this wave itself, this is where we got it wrong. We thought we were going to correct these to go down again, and so we got it wrong. Now, with what price had done is good. Price has shown his hand by breaking this place for now. But this is not time to say you want to continue to buy. This is the time you want to take a look at the market. So what I believe the market is trying to do now is that this may actually be the first move to the downside or not, but we have to look at some things. We have to look at this as the wave 1 of this move, here as a wave 2, here as the internal social of wave 3. If you think wave 3 is here and 4 is here, this may be 5. But if you look at what you expect in terms of an impulsive move to the upside, this will be short for wave 3. So as a matter of fact, that will still take that this is wave 3 and the ending structure of wave 3 here to have ended here. So we think wave 3 has ended here. So this is 1, 2, 3. And probably we are seeing the 4th wave. And after this 4th wave, we may see one more move to the upside before we begin to see the correction per se. That's what I'm seeing here. And how do I know this? What will change the whole of that is this. Let me bring out the drawing. Yes, let me bring out the drawing here. So the drawing here, now it's, this one becomes our 2. And this now becomes, I've not really marked that, the 5th wave, the 3rd wave. So the 4th wave, once we break the limit of the 4th wave to the downside, then that means that we are correcting the entire run. Now, correcting here in the corrective format, the 4th wave can reach the 50%. So here, so once we break out of here to the downside, then the 4th wave is over. So we must know that. And the 48, 30, 38% of that is around this area. So we will see what we get around this area. So we can use red for here as a marker of the interchange that the correction has started. So if this will go beyond here and break this to the downside, then you now have to look for a correction to sell with C. And after we see, we are going up again. So that is what we can get here. We need an ABC correction, either breaking this place one more time or going all the way to break. So we need to see that. I still think that this is We're yet to see a fifth wave here. That is what I think this is now. And we are about doing the fourth wave. So with that said, we have an idea of what we are expecting also on euro dollar. Euro dollar now, we expect with the breakdown here now, with the breakdown here, we see this as a possible wave 4 to the upside. It's been going up. With 3, of course, this wave is ended either as wave 5 or as wave 3. So if we don't break this top here, then we might still go down the last time. So I expect us to still go one more time to the downside after we have completed this wave. One more time to the downside, then we'll now be looking for the correction. So I will be looking for correction if this will go down one more time, or if it breaks the limit of wave 4, then I will want it to correct, then to buy a wave C. That's how we can plan this. And after that wave C, we are going down on 100% extension of at least this A, B, and a C to the downside. That's how to plan. The same goes with pound USD. Pound USD may have finished its own wave 4 here right now. It may be going down for a wave 5. And after breaking down here, then we can begin to look for a B wave, at least 50% of the entire run to the upside before we go down. Yeah, that's what we should be expecting. Here is an ABC of W, then X, probably an ABC of a Y to the downside. Now, this is wave 1, wave 2 here, wave 3, probably wave 4, go down. Then at the break of the low here, that's when we should be looking for the correction to the upside. That is the move that I expect, except this one breaks the limit of wave 4. Then if that happens, we are just going to be careful. If it happens, let's look for wave B to sell and to buy with C. Then after wave C, price is going to turn down. So you don't expect it to go up again. So that's the change in the structure that we have seen. NZD USD, all of them are doing the same thing at this point in time. So I see this as now the W wave and X wave now, then 1, 2, 3 here, probably the fourth wave, the fifth wave. If the fifth wave will come down, maybe at an 100% extension, so we'll see what this is going to do. If it's going to go all the way to break the top, we'll see. It's only here in NZD USD that will still believe that this may just react after this fourth wave, come down, break this low. I will expect to break this low before it goes up. USD JPY. The yen structure, it's still the ones we have to really be careful with. For me, this seems to have ended. Like this one is, it could be an A, B, C. It could be an A, B, C here. This one being a C wave here and ending itself here. It could be that. And for us to see the first move, at least we need an ABC correction for, if we're going to push up, we need an ABC correction. I think this is done. This is done here. This is a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and the fifth wave. This move, it's a move that may have finished this. And this is where I'm going to spend some time for you to know how to plan. So this comes to the downside now. If it's going to go up, then we need at least a 3-wave correction. Otherwise, if it turns impulsive, it's going to break down. So if it turns impulsive, let's look at it on the larger time frame. On the daily time frame, if it turns impulsive on the yen structure, if it turns impulsive, then it becomes a 1 and a 2. Then this one becomes the first part of 3-1, 3-2, and a massive drop of 3-3 if it turns impulsive. But we're going to take it as it comes. So But for now, let's deal with this one here. So dealing with it here, I don't want to look for buy here for now. I want to look for at least 3-wave correction. So the key is your 15 minutes time frame, break of structure. So that's the key. Go from this low. Let me show us what I mean. Now we add this one to the downside. And the first time the 15 minutes structure was broken is what we have to pay attention to. These are structures here. These are structures here. This is a structure, a 15-minute structure that got broken here by this week. It's a first signal of an intention to shift the direction, but maybe not immediately because it's consolidation, and we got this. This came down, it never broke down this again. So it means that the direction has shifted to the upside. By this, the take of these out here, and the price came down, then didn't test the low. Then the price got here, it didn't break this structure, it's consolidating, it came down, it didn't break it. Here, it's a consolidation as well. Price was making higher low from here, and this height was not taken over until here. So this is another break of structure here. So we first add a break of structure, and a second break of structure of 15 minutes, it's clearly telling us that price wants to push to the upside. Now, this is a structure never broken, and the price continued to go up without breaking a 15-minute structure. Here was the first chance for price to break this 15 minutes break of structure here. But what it did, it was more like to test this low. This is the primary fall here. Price came down for the first time, because when you see the first move and the first impulse, that looks against your direction, it's the first warning that the price wants to finish its structure, so that it wants to come down. Now, we never had a complete break of structure 15 minutes. Price went down, came down without breaking these. Then price began to also break this to the upside, came down without breaking this, broke this again slightly to the upside, came down without breaking it, and went up to the upside. Then came down again without breaking it, and did this. The first time price will break 15 minutes structure now is here. So we can see the price now had broken this 15-minute structure. So which tells us that there's a potential now for the price to continue to go to the downside. Now, planning this, if anybody wants to plan this, the way you can plan this actually now is to enter after this correction. If it's going to be a correction to the upside, your stop loss should be here, something minimal, so that it won't be. So everything is strategic. Based on what the price had printed, everything is strategic. This is the first break of structure here, and the price we expect it to correct slightly to the upside. Here is where you can have your stop loss, a mega stop loss, a tight stop loss for price to drop, because this might just be your last chance to enter the sell. So now, in terms of complete structure, the corrective structure of the last wave here, the wave 5, this is seen as 4. Now let's look at it. This is a wave 1 here, a wave 2 here, wave 3 here, wave 4 here, wave 5. Is this 5 completed? It looks completed to me like a 1, a 2, a 3 here, a 4, and a 5. The nature of the wave tells you if it's, impulsive or not. So we can see this impulse that correlates with wave 1, which is correct, and correction here. Another impulse that correlates with wave 4 and 3 here, which is I can take. Then this is another impulse here. So we believe that this, I'm just going down to dig down for our plans. I want you to watch this video and see. Now, so this is the first impulse to the downside that broke this low now. So we expect a correction. This is going up as correction. If it will turn out to be the last wave to the upside, it doesn't look like that anymore, because this low also had been taken here, The low of your wave 2 had been taken, the low of this correction had been taken by this single move alone. So what you should be expecting right now is a sell, really. It is a sell. So you must not fall prey. But in case price wants to do something else, and that's why you allow price to go up, tight stop loss, and let's see. That is what the yen had printed. Now, similarly, if you look at Euro Yen, Euro JPY, Euro JPY is doing the same for now. So we can see how these had gone up as a 1, the first wave, the correction, the third, the correction, and so here is also a truncated wave 5 here. For me, 1, ABC of 2 here, 3, 4, and a 5. So these had gone down by just breaking this fourth wave slightly. So it's the first breach, and it's not something that you want to take lightly. So the best is to allow this correct to the upside if you want to pick a sell here and your tight stop loss around this area. So I see this also dropping without breaking the top again. So if you're going to break the top, it will be the last break to the upside before they come down. If it's going to do that, it will be the last break to the upside. Otherwise, it will correct and it will fall, breaking, or it will break this to the downside. Now, these on the 4-hour time frame. These on the 4-hour time frame, the recovery here, unlike that of the USD JPY. USD JPY has made like 618 to the upside, and that could be a correct a move to have an ABC. If it will not be an ABC, it will fall further. Now this one looks like a move within a wave 4, which is this is a wave 1, wave 2. Now finish with 3, 5 here, a 4, and this will be going down to break the low one more time to finish this as an A, B, and a C to the downside, 100% extension. Then we might be looking for a push to the upside here. This does not look like what is going to give us a 1, 2. It's more like a 4 and a 5 to the downside, and we move up again. The last one is now gold. SAU USD spot gold. So what do we expect from gold? In as much as we still accept an upside. Last week I was telling us gold has behaved exactly the way I expect it to behave. And I said if you don't break this top here, the price may actually do an ABC to push down, and that is what he has done. Price is going up. I haven't said that the way price is going, is still going up in a corrective manner. All you can now look for is an A, B, an extension of 100, or a break of 76.4 here to the upside. If price will break that, then it's going to go up. Otherwise, around 618, extension of 76, if it's not breached, price is going to fall one more time before they go up. So you have to pay attention to what the price is building here. So with that, I've come to the end of today's update. Do like, share, and comment. Bye.